Alright, and we are back to Detective Grimoire, and we just finished talking to this guy, and he gave us the... Let me go ahead and turn down the music a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. And hopefully that'll help. Because now we have to listen to this. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track and listen to them in order. So we're gonna listen.
Oh! Oh!
Entering it.
Oh!
Surprising the guy. Some kind of gun.
Oh!
I think that would be the ripping of the curtain. Remember where that curtain's ripped? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Before I do, let me...
The famous director, and my friend.
give him everything.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
What? I think I gave him everything. No.
I heard from Mr. VanDePeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
It was broken and being repaired at that point. You left it with VanDePeer and he used it instead, or you lost it in the swamp and went looking for it.
You left it with VanDePeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
You were collecting samples of swamp water. You got lost in the swamp and were trying to get out. VanDePeer said you had a hobby on the side.
VanDePeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect.
Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Touch the photo to use the developing chemical on it.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burle shortly after the murder, or before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. And nothing more to that.
Oh?
So is there anything else to present to him.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog.
Okay. Let's go back to this guy.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington never found out about your previous attempts. Remington has denied you filming permission in the past. You've tried to film here before, but the camera broke.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that? Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way? I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
I am famous. I am the boss.
That can't be it. Right. That's the one.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Okay. So that's all done.
He's a talented man, that Burle. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know.
Yep.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Was unable by Burle to work last night. Filmed by himself last night.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Okay. Film before but wasn't given permission. That's suspicious. Okay. Researching locations for a movie about Boggy.
Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious.
Filmed by himself last night. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's very suspicious.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Not suspicious.
What?
Looks like this path leads to... I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to. It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number. It's a he's a rather prominent. It's looks like this a rather prominent. It's
Oh? You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose? Why? Because you're a good swimmer? Why? Because you bounce if I throw you at a wall?
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But, like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Oops.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
What if I went back and showed these guys?
Try showing it to somebody different.
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers. I don't think it's a window. This side... It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods. So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today. It's a stepping stone. So glad... That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up on wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Side door on the left wall of the museum surrounded by red flowers.
That museum is... Which makes it look... Is it being... That's the logo. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy would have so struggled with this one. Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. I'd better take a look at this. This journal, It's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with three small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. Okay. Let's just make sure. A few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though. Models of Boggy's claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place. I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
These flippers are not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. Someone dressed up as Boggy.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did. Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago. In a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. It says, another story from Boggy's Bog. But actually, I think this is from the very first episode. Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time. Boggy playing. He's having a grand old. It says, but actually. Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934? Swamp Studios. Providing the best in swamp-based animated entertainment. It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show. It's a poster. It's a poster from...
See, there's 2 more on the protest. I got all of them in the museum.
So,
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
you're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing in my diary. It's been a long day.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum for fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology. A fascinating combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Folder's file. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy Swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches in which he has three claws on each arm. The modern character has a simple fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe the information is out there somewhere. Fin-like arms instead. Protected area. Okay, so this is the original. This is what the cartoonish looks like. Okay. Those look like what we just found, the cartoonish. So this is someone definitely dressing up as him.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah, were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I doubt...
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
Then what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions carefully. The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Lockpick was found outside the scene of the crime. Could have belonged to Folder. Okay, so before I get to that point...
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Give him all the
You're
clues that I
wasting your
have.
precious time, Detective. Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Can't be used as evidence.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place. This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Do that.
The real swamp creature had claws, 3 on each hand to be precise. But why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead? Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret. Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing folder now? Where did I find this again? I found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it. You said Remington always carried a lockpick. Rickham, you already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it open locked doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
You left your lockpick by Remington's office yesterday. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one. You let Remington borrow your lockpick before he died.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Give him the profiles.
Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
VanDePeer?
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Bobby Burle?
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
And how about
This
you?
person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Okay. And Boggy
Are you
himself?
asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Okay.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
Am I caught up here? Yes. And here. Suspects. I still need to do these. I don't know about him, but these two.
So,
See, I don't want to switch any of these. Okay. Yeah, that's where I just was. Okay. We're going to go ahead and stop this part here, and we will continue on to... I don't know how to get out here without a key, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go continue over here from the path in the next episode. Okay? Thank you for watching.